into Baku, and oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, okay, we're
okay,
good.
no, oh, that's fine.
Everyone starts going. We have a good start by Alpha Romero here. He's now putting himself in the second place, still taking the lead over here. Everyone, turn one seems to be pretty well done. Turn two is the real killer though. And we are seeing, and we're seeing some bumps here to Toro Rosso's. 3 people going wide here, some ghosting is happening as well. Crimson in a really good field. He is behind Theolocus, and we're seeing Sasaki just right now past Crimson. And Grosjean goes side by side with Philo. He takes the position coming into turn 1 here. We'll fight between Satoshi and Crimson as Bugs just runs away with it. He's almost on a 3-second gap over there. It's only lap 2. Oh, and they Crimson kind of almost pushes Satoshi a little bit wide here. There's a very close battle at the moment for second place.
Bugs spun out, and then he got hit by... He got hit by Crimsonium, I think it was.
Whoa, and who's that in the front? Bugs just kind of pushes Neon Race into the wall here. Let's pull out the replay.
A lot of carnage.
Movement in the midfield. We got 3 drivers here, JC, Jelly Melly, and Neon's fighting. And Neon's kind of taps the JC. And now he's going to lose almost 2 positions now. And he actually does. Ooh, and...
Neon was going around the outside of Jelly Melly, but he
it's that lock up.
Now, bit of contact with JC and Jelly Melly as JC goes back for the move.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of contact now. This is not the best circuit for wheel-to-wheel action in the middle sector at least. And oh, nope, he's good, he's good. JC's still doing pretty okay. As they are also... Oh, and Leon almost breaks his wings a little bit.
Oh, and he clips the wall with his rear tires and spins out.
11, so he should be okay right now. I'd love to see how the grid evolves when everyone's just spinning, and oh my god, Bugs just hits the castle wall and he loses his wing. He's out. Will there be any moves involved?
And JC's eager, but only he can do just here. But yeah, he makes a mistake and gets
straight. Unless he sees a really good opportunity somewhere else. Oh, and he spins into the wall. Wow, okay. I don't know if that was a maybe. Yeah, but it won't. It's gonna make the move done. Oh, when they tap.
A little bit of contact and... Yeah, Mossy caught
it. But ERS, he kind of has half of it a little bit. The move will be easily done for him. He takes up another fast stop here, 42.7.
Got wing damage too.
Dump truck gets the move done. And then just trying to see something.
Decent job to get himself to P2.
And here he comes, Tashi winning. Tier 3, round 2 race.
We have Astro Boys here, who started P6. It was a difficult qualifying for him. He was at the back of a train, but now he's at the front of the train, and he takes the win in Australia, the first race of SLR Tier 1. I don't know. I was going to have to defend here into the last corner. That
was quite the move, and Jensen does it for the show, I think. He tries to break him. Oh, wow. Yeah, wow. Left him a lot of space, and they're running side by side. This would be an exciting photo finish if there wasn't this penalty. And that's going to play out.
DRS not quite enough for him.
Yeah, that was actually very close in the end.
Yeah, but, so Jensen does win. Wow. Finishes 3 seconds behind with the 3-second penalty. They cross the line side by side.
The final 2 turns. It's 3/10 now. Copy has done that well. I think Copy might just about have it. Julian comes across the line to win, and it's 2.
Right, the undercut really helped for Julian. It made a big difference.
Good run here though, and I think Pretorius might just run out. He's coming closer and closer and closer. DRS is open, but the line is going to come too soon, I imagine. Pretorius gets closer. Where's the line for Copy? There is the line, and it's 0.17 seconds that separate them in the end. Copy takes victory here at Azerbaijan ahead of Pretorius.
to another edition of Thunderdome!
Listen on. Listen on. This is the truth of it. Fighting leads to killing. And killing gets to warring. And that was damn near the death of us all. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dire times here.
Or whatever, but yeah.
Hey, hello, and welcome to SLR Tier 3. We're gonna get started now with round 4, I believe, or 5, in Spain. And everyone has finally readied up. We have your commentator Van Beats and co-commentator Ocean and co-guest right now Joel 8. I believe Ocean's. Oh no, he's here. Yeah.
I'm here. Yep,
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm ready. I'm just waiting for the blood to be spilled. Yeah, the Thunderdome awaits. Yeah. So just while we're loading in, it's worth mentioning that a patch was released today, and here to tell us more about that is Joel.
Yeah. So the patch today came out this afternoon. The main features for multiplayer are more frequent safety cars. This is according to Codemasters. I haven't tried it out yet. But there's also a track map feature on spectator mode. So I think Van will be using that through the race to see where drivers are, help
Yeah.
like see visually the gaps between cars and who's pitting when. So that will be helpful in commentary.
It'll also really help with seeing who crashes for sure. Oh, there's 2 different versions, didn't even know. And apparently we have a yellow flag already, but I don't know how that's possible. Neon Race has retired from session. Did he get like some sort of ban? I don't know.
Who was that, sorry?
Neon Rays, yeah, I think he got a quali ban for the incident last.
Yeah, there was a bit of controversy last time I had the FAA had their hands full, and Neon Rays, yeah, he was. I think, yeah, he was a. Yeah, he was a unfortunate victim of an incident with, let me see, Tugs. Yeah, so he decided to retaliate on track, and obviously that is a big no-no in league racing. But because he's so new to league racing, we take it, we give him a benefit of the doubt. He did apologize for it, hold his hand up. So Q ban, quali ban, and hopefully he's learned his lesson from that.
Yep, and here we go. We have a Mercedes coming out of the pit. And I believe, I don't know who. Oh, Haas. That might be Grosjean. It is. And now an Alfa Romeo. So everyone's coming out of the pits now. They're going to be on their hards and mediums. This is not a soft track at all. This will be the 3rd race in a row where the tire strategy will be mediums to hard. Unless someone decides on going on their softs. But they will take an extra pit stop for that. And we do have a few new drivers. We have B-Bix in the Williams, Wimpy who's going to be in the Renault, and Ozil in the McLaren. And Flush Driver.
I actually think Wimpy's taking a car by accident. He probably just wanted to spectate, so yeah. He's like the tier 3 manager as such, and I think he's a bit too fast for this division, so yeah, won't see him on track in the race, I don't think. But we will see his partner, Elementrix, and yeah, she's scored some points in the first race, didn't do so well in the recent races there, but yeah, I'm interested to see what she has got in store. One guy I really want to keep a close eye on is Fortune Hunter. This guy is grinding hard, and yeah, he's giving me a run for my money anyway, and it's going to be interesting to see what he can do in Spain.
Yeah, completely no assists as well. So props to him for keeping at it. He's got someone Elementrix right ahead of him on his qualifying lap. She's going to get as he sets fastest set to 1, but looks like Lamentrix isn't too aware of him. Wimpy will be telling her over the radio there.
And Crimsonium starts his hot lap, takes turn 1 pretty cleanly, turn 2 as well. Now he has to go up the long left-hander here. Goes a tad bit off track, but it's fine. Comes a little slow coming into sector 2, but good so far. We are seeing some yellow flags, looks like a racing point, Tupaka. Near turn 11 here, and Crimsonium's heading up to turn 7. It's proven to be a little bit difficult here, but will he get it done right? Yes, he does with pretty good ease.
Yeah, and the faster right-hander we see him go for now. It's I think he might have lifted a little bit there, which you need to do to really make it run that corner, but maybe he lifted a bit too much.
In turn 11 he takes really wide there, he doesn't use any of the curb. And Fortune Hunter picks up the fastest lap at the moment, as he just his first one. Which I thought Crimsonium was in first, but apparently not.
Yeah, Crimsonium making his way through the final chicane there, and it's a tricky one. You can't take a lot of curb on the second part of the chicane, and he does indeed go fastest, 5 seconds faster than Fortune Hunter. So
Ooh, Ozil. Oh wait, it's on
Ozil
softs.
right behind me. Yeah, 119.7.
Yeah,
19.7 on
massively by
softs.
Lamentrix.
It's not that good, I think.
Yeah, it isn't really. I mean, really, we're going to be looking at, I would say, low 18s to high 17s maybe for pole. That is if you're going to start the race on soft tire. But I think most guys, if they're smart enough, they may just go for that medium run and try and get it as high as possible in the ranks. But in saying that, this whole issue with the new patch, there is a threat of a increase in safety cars. So going on soft, as we saw in Tier 1 last week, Pretorius, he was the man of the moment, the man of the match. He decided to roll the dice and go for a soft tire strategy in qualifying, and it paid off. He got a safety car right when he needed it on lap 6, and in the end, he almost won the race. He was P2.
Oh, there's someone in front of
small margin.
JC as he comes into the final start-finish line. I wonder if he'll not be too happy with that, because he had to do a little swerve. Definitely cost him a little bit of time there. I don't know what Tupaka was doing there. Sorry to interrupt there, but yeah.
I was trying to find out who that was that held him up. I couldn't see.
It was Tupaka. He was just sitting there for some reason.
Oh, Tupac. Okay.
But yeah, I wonder if we'll see an increase of safety cars in this race. I know Tier 3 has actually been pretty safe in terms of like collisions with other drivers, so I mean maybe we won't see them.
And now also, sorry, carry on.
Go ahead.
Okay, also with the new patch, you go on board with the driver, and obviously if the track map is red, they've invalidated, so we can now see if they've invalidated their laps or not.
Oh, that's handy to know, yep. Good stuff. I keep forgetting to look at the track map, actually. It's a really good tool now, you know, for keeping an eye on what's going on the rest of the track when you're following a driver. But yeah, Ozil remains on top of 119.7. Kind of surprised with that. As we see Toro Rosso, it looks like, struggling on the side of the track there. Is that Elementrix? Yep. Making her way into the pit. She's currently P7 with 121.8. So I imagine these times are going to come tumbling down in the next 10, 11 minutes. Fortune Hunter has managed to beat his 125 lap time. Put a 121.6 on the board with those hard tires. So he's currently returning to the pits to put on hopefully a softer tire compound and see if he can get himself a better lap time.
Oh, okay, let's see. We have a couple of outlaps coming in from Mozzie and Dump Truck. We'll stay on board with them once they start. On their hot lap here, looks like Ozil is going to switch to the medium tires. He's going to have to beat his 19.7 to qualify on them if he stays in the top 10. But right now we're seeing only have 2 people in the 20s right now of their mediums, Grosjean and Crimson. And the fastest person on hards is on a 21.0, so Legion has put himself in a good spot at the moment. We'll just have to see how the grid evolves. During quality, there's 10 minutes left. Anything can happen here. Now Mozzie and Dump Truck are both on their hot lap here. Dump Truck's about to enter the Sector 2. See how he rolls here. Dump Truck had a pretty good Baku race, if I don't remember correctly.
Yeah, he did indeed. Yeah, he has been a strong contender, and for the win, I think Tugs was, he's the kind of standout guy in Tier 1 at the minute. But I think the question over him is, whether he can keep it on track. Had a lot of issues in Baku, and it cost him the win. He's
Yeah, I
not here
remember that.
today, so he's going to lose further points.
Mozzie's on his first lap. He's set a purple sector 1, coming through the sector 2 split. Let's see what his time is. Purple sector 2 as well. Yeah. So at the moment he's going to take pole on the mediums.
Mozzie's gonna watch out for the Williams, who's kind of slowing down here, and it's good. Dump Truck's about to cross the line. See what time he can pick up. And he puts himself into second with a 20.1, not bad at all. And Mozzie's coming into the pit, so he must have scrubbed his hot lap there. And I want to stay on board with Ozil, who's on his first hot lap with his mediums. Can he beat his time?
He's currently 0.1 off his...
Oh, and he hits the wall! Oh my
to the
god.
wall, yeah. That was violent. Surprised he's still alive in that car.
Oh, and I
looks
just remembered
fairly-
something. Don't have my graphic. Oops. I'll get that going up for you guys real quick.
Yeah, we want that replay feature in full effect today, because I don't know, I've just got a feeling about this. I think this is the one where we get the blood that we so often crave with Tier 3 races. It is called the Thunderdome for a reason.
Yeah, especially with the fast left-hander, of course. That's going to be pretty dangerous coming into the opening laps here.
Yeah, there's quite a number of places where you can easily lose a car. The one where we just saw Ozil go for that fast right-hander, it's pretty tricky, but even the corner before that, you got the chicane, and it's so easy to lose back end. You just want to get on the power early, but if you do, you risk sending the car flying into the wall. So I expect to see a few victims in that corner as well.
And okay, so right now Ozil has 7 minutes to go back into the pits, and I wonder what he's going to do, because his mediums are definitely worn out now a little bit. So how is he going to get past his 19.7? He's going to probably have to start on those softs. That's the issue here now that he has to deal with at the moment.
Just reading chat, Jensen says, thank God for reduced damage. I think you're right there. I think Ozil got away with, he dodged a bullet there. He should really be retired right now, but he gets to live another day, gets another opportunity at setting a lap. He may well go for the soft run, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. JC across the line there, he's P8 currently on those hard tires, 121.6. So not really seeing any massive improvements from anyone here, as we see a yellow flag in Sector 2. 3 drivers yet to set a lap time. One of those has got a qualifying ban. One of those is not supposed to even be racing, Wimpy, and Mozzie Gaming is on a lap right now, so I'm gonna follow him and see how he does. He's actually on an out lap, but it's a good opportunity to kind of talk through the lap here. Just making your way through the final corner, and obviously you want to get the best possible run as you go into the DRS zone. Activate DRS, and it's a long haul down to turn 1, and really you want to get a really good exit from this corner onto turn 2 and 3. Really key to getting a really good sector time here, and it is quite hard just to get the right line into this. You don't want to lift too much, and yep, let's see, he set a 22.1, which is, yeah, it's not great. He's on these medium tires, so he's not going to be especially fast, I imagine. And yeah, he's just come for the left-hander, so that one it's a bit of a tricky one. It's a late breaker, but this one is the one I was talking about a moment ago. You want to get on the power as early as possible, and I think these guys are probably running a bit of traction control, and you can see that helped them massively there. I had to lift big time for the fast right-hander. I think he's lost a lot of time there as well, but he's getting he's gonna get a lap in, and that's the thing that counts right now. He may be able to push on for another one afterwards, but yeah, it's this long right-hander as you go into sector 3. You just want to get on the power as early as possible and thread it through. This chicane is the stuff of nightmares for me.
Yeah.
You want to get a really good line, but you're in
And
such a
he-
low gear that it's so hard to do that. And Mossy crosses the line, 119.3. So once again, I thought that lap was pretty scrappy, but yeah, he's put himself in pole position. Icewind, I know, will be laughing right now, because I always call the scrappy laps and then they turn to be pole.
Ozil, he's redoing a hot lap on the softs, so I think he's decided that if he can't get faster with the mediums because they're worn out, he's going to have to get for the pole position with the softs and just hope that the race goes his way. So, looks like he's going to commit to the softs here. And he may have already invalidated, and he spins coming into turn 2 by hitting that curb. And I think that's it for him. He can't, I really don't think he can make it back to the pits and come out. Maybe he can, but he's going to have to really haul his car there ASAP. Wow. That's very unlucky by him.
Yeah, it's yeah, I was about to say he's a bit of a dark horse. I mean, we haven't seen Ozil race. This is really his first race, his debut for the Tier 3. So potentially this guy could be incredibly fast and win this race. But yeah, he's compromised his position a little bit. Maybe it will work out in his favor, as it means he will start on the medium tires unless he can get out quickly for another quick hot lap on the softs. Who else have we got on a lap? Oh, I just saw another car. Is that Ozil again? Yep, Ozil, exactly the same place as last time. Crashes the car out, and I think Flesh River, if he was on a lap, he no, I think he's on a cooldown lap. Thankfully.
No, he wasn't on a lap. He was on a lap.
Oh, he was on a lap. Oh
Yeah.
dear. Oh,
I was on
dear,
board
okay.
with him just at that
Well,
point, and he had to take evasive action to avoid to the right.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, he would have to bail out of that lap, or else, yeah. Unfortunate. Yeah, so Flesh River in the pits, as is Ozil, so we'll have to keep an eye on the clock. I'm not sure it's going to be tight whether they can get out in time. I don't think so, because I don't know if you've noticed this, guys, but the pit crew are incredibly slow. It's not like, it's like a race is on and they're just like, it's like a practice session for them.
I believe on Sunday when I was commentating for another league, one of the pit crew took forever to come out of the pits during the race. It was kind of funny to see. So Codemasters, you gotta love him.
Bebex has left the session, so I'll just send him a quick invite.
We do have a couple outlaps from 4 people at the moment, so they're gonna try to set up some good times here. Limitrix is on softs. Maybe she'll go for a top 10 starting position. And Tupac is about to start his hot lap, but he does have a few cars behind him. And he's gonna build a gap between them. Nice.
Yeah, Cross James puts himself in P2 there with 119.5.
Every time there's a position lower for Ozil, it's not really good for him.
No, definitely not, no. And I don't think he didn't get out in time. Oh, he's just out of the pits now, so that's a 130 left on the clock. I don't know, he might be able to get around in time, but he'll need to really
and
hammer
Tupac
it.
spins out and hits the wall, and I believe it's turn 3 or 4. And he resets the track, lost his whole wing there. Definitely lucky that there is reduced damage. He would have been probably knocked out of the race there.
Yeah, and a couple of drivers here on fast laps. I think it might be a bit of traffic, and it might hold up some drivers. But Fortune Hunter 120.4. He's managed to improve his lap time there. Put himself into P8 on the medium tires, so not looking too bad for Fortune Hunter. Dump truck as well. He's about to cross the line here. He's 0.3 up on the last sector. 0.5 up overall.
Puts him up to 3rd.
Not a bad lap from dump truck there. So yeah, a couple of fast guys up front here. Who else can put himself?
Has work to do.
Yeah, he's running out of time here. I don't know if he'll make it here. He's 25 seconds.
I think he will. He'll barely make it. Honestly, if I was him, I would skip that corner. Just keep going. And the Matrix about to pass the line as well. Not improving at all. Let's go. Let's stay on board of Ozil as he gets past the line. And only 8 seconds left. So he's on the softs. The only person who's going to be qualifying in top 10 on softs will be him. Let's see how he does. Hits the curb again on turn 2, but doesn't lose it this time.
Yeah, so he's just gone through sector 1, 0.1 up on his time. Yeah, he's looking pretty good here, but he can't make any mistakes.
Keep a
Pretty
look at his
tidy.
ERS, because if he stays on 5 for the whole lap, he's going to run out of it before he gets to the line there. And is he lagging? Yes, he is, I think.
Yeah, I think he is lagging, and I think that's going to cost him big time.
I think it's actually this. I think this might be lag on our end or something that's making it look weird. But here comes turn 10. The hairpin gets it done pretty well.
Yeah,
It's
and
a
he's
bit
down on
wide.
his time just marginally, so he needs to. It is sector 3. He needs to make up some time here and hit every apex and make sure he hits the mark.
Oh no, that's really bad. Completely screws up the chicane there, but let's see, gonna increase his time as he passes. Nope, and he's gonna start in P4. Very unlucky by him, making 2 mistakes that really cost you. We're gonna get started here with Spain. 2 minutes, or not minutes, seconds. So we have Mozzie Gaming, who's going to be in pole, Grosjean in second, and Dump Truck in third. Here you can see the rest of the grid. A lot of people on mediums, I believe. No one is on hards in the top 10. And let's see if we can see any incidents tab. Not a lot. This Tupac seems to be the main guy here. And we will be starting.
Yes, and like cloud conditions for the session, so no chance of rain for this one.
You got
No
that
rain.
confirmed?
Yeah, I've heard. I've got my weatherman out there. He's got his finger to the wind. Give me all the latest info. I think chat's going crazy. What's going on, Joel? In chat?
Might not be here. I haven't heard him talk in a bit.
Yeah, I see him in chat, and it's going a bit mental in chat. So yeah, the anticipation builds. Flesh River is thankfully back in the session. Hopefully, he can get his car back.
And we also have another driver, E. Corral 4. I don't know if that's like an SLR driver there. I haven't seen his name.
I think it might be an intruder. This is something that's it's becoming more of an issue I've noticed recently, where just random people joining the session that we've never heard of. But it's set to friends only, so it's a friend of someone in this session. So yeah.
What I would do is before everyone readies is swap it from friends to invite. The only issue I can see is that whoever doesn't make it for quali has to get an invite then, but I don't know. It would stop these people from coming in.
Yeah, we used to use that, and then the issue there was that people were like, "Send me an invite," and I was like in the middle of a race going, "I can't." But I guess we'll just it was going to happen sooner or later. So let's see what this guy Ikurl. He's got the weirdest name to pronounce.
Yep.
He should be banned just based on that alone.
Oh, and Ozil's actually lagging really hard here. He might be the culprit of some incidents if he doesn't get it sorted out, because a lot of people behind him and in front of him are going to have to watch out for that.
Yeah,
And
it's the
let's
same
see.
with Wimpy. I don't know what he's doing. If he's retired, but he can't retire until the race actually starts.
So everyone is on the mediums except Ozil. Wow.
So Wimpy's left the session, but without
Yeah.
retiring. So his ghost is going to still be going around.
Hope he's here now. Hopefully he just retires unless he plans on driving a little bit, getting some extra practice for tomorrow.
This guy, Akuro, whoever he is, he's right at the back. Like, I mean, he's like...
Yeah, he's
way-
really far back there. I think he's maybe doesn't know what kind of lobby he's in. Maybe he thinks
He's like, what's going on right now? Why am I in the Thunderdome? What happened to my life that brought me to this point?
like he just got on for a quick sprint race and now he's gonna do 50% Spain.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't sign up for this.
Here he comes. I just hope he doesn't cause anything, because that'd be really bad. I would not be happy if I got knocked out by this guy, but here we go. The race will begin.
This is it. Let's go. Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 lights, and we're waiting because there's a glitch, I guess, or something. And here they go. The drivers are off. Oh, and we see an Alfa Romeo having a really good start there. Toro Rosso as well. We'll see what happens in this first turn here.
Oh, contact between the Williams. Looked like was that dump truck at the
yes.
back? And Fortune Hunter. Yeah. Oh, it was JC. Sorry, no, it wasn't JC. Sorry, it was. I'm trying to see who that was. No frets. It was actually. Yeah, he's lost that.
Oh, and there's a Haas who's gone
Yeah.
off.
Oh,
Three
Fortune
wide,
Hunter.
three wide. 3 wide down to turn 4 that was with Neon Rays, Chewpacker and P9 of no threats, so...
Oh, now these people are going almost like too wide coming into turn 7. That's going to be dangerous.
Chewpacker went right down the inside of Neon Rays, tapped the back of no threats.
no.
I think he's must have wing
Oh,
damage.
and we've seen Alfa Romeo Legion, or is that Legion? No, that's Crimsonium, my bad.
Crimsonium.
Yeah. He gets knocked out as well. Tupaka also gained a few
Neon Race
positions.
as well. Sorry, he's off track there. I'm not sure what happened, but he's missing a bit of his front wing. He's back in P14, so a lot of guys getting caught up in incidents. Neon Race, one of them. Fortune Hunter, another. Unfortunately, no fortune for him today.
And it looks like, oh, our new guy Ikro has left the session. Okay.
Yeah, I've got my guys in the background. They're messaging him, going, "Leave now, or else." Mossy Gaming P1 then. So let's recap this race. What is going on? Mossy Gaming is P1. Gross Jeans is right behind him though. 0.1.
Mozzie already building a 1 second gap almost at the moment.
Yeah, he's looking pretty strong here, isn't he?
Yep. With Grosjean also building a 1 second gap between Dump Trunk, but anything can happen right now. Everyone's still super close.
Fortune Hunter, yeah, making his way past the new boy Ekerl, who's now a ghosted car. I think Neon Race is in the pits. A few drivers in the pits. Bebex. Actually, Bebex and Flash River never made it to the race, so Neon Race coming out of the pits there is effectively P15 last at the moment.
Yep, so we have 3 people pitting, getting new mediums on. Ooh, and there's a yellow flag. There seems to be a Mercedes.
There's contact between it's Lamentrix and Xplux. Lamentrix in the wall.
Yep. Unfortunate by her. Also, he's sitting in 8th at the moment. Definitely not the race he would have imagined with those softs. Not the position you want to be in at all.
You know what? You know what's interesting as well? We haven't yet seen a safety car. I would imagine that one of them will be out after all those incidents. But yeah, no safety car. So
Well, in hindsight, no one has retired, so I don't know if that's related to it. But what's going to happen now is Legion going down the inside of JC. Backs out.
Coming into turn 2. Yep, gaps are starting to build here. A lot of 1 second gaps. X bolts into the pits. Definitely took some damage with Limitrix.
yeah, Elementrix as well, nursing a bit of front wing damage, but she stays out. Looks like a bit of front end plate, so it will hurt her a little bit here. But oh, she's missing both end plates actually, so significant damage there. Yes, not going to help her, especially as there's long flowing right and left-handers on this track. There's
And X-Bull, he's switching to the hards. I don't know. Can you finish the race right now if you switch to the hards all 30 laps?
I guess we will find out unless the safety car comes out. And Yeah, but he's got work to do, P15. So I should say there is quite a lot of gaps here. But I've noticed Grosjean's caught up
Yep.
on Mossy massively.
And so has Dump Truck to Grosjean as well, so we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens here. We see a yellow flag, looks like it's Tupaka. And looks like part of his wing is gone, so he must have hit the curb coming into turn like 11-ish, but it's gonna be unfortunate for him. He's gonna enter the pits, and looks like Mozzie gets overtaken by Grosjean, but they're going side to side right now into turn 2, and oh no! Seems like a little bit of a loss of balance for Grosjean, but he keeps it on track and he's good for now. Tupaka picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And Grosjean will be back on the attack very shortly here, and Dump Truck is right behind them, like a shark in the water, just waiting to seize any opportunity that pops up at the moment. We know he's a very consistent driver for sure. We're just going to have to see what happens here as he closes the gap between him and Grosjean. He will have DRS in the straight to assist him now. And we're seeing another yellow flag. It looks like it's Legion falling down the grid. Definitely, that's turn 7. Yep, wow, he's ghosted and I think he's lost a lot of his wing. And he's taking a long time to get back on track here. And now back into the action up front. Dump Truck is still trying to make his way closer to Grosjean.
Yeah, Elementrix as well. She did decide to pit there, so she is put on the hard tires as well. And I'm getting intel that hard tires will last 30 laps, but it'll be 30 laps of pain, and that's a direct quote from our own Pretorius.
I just read that, yeah. And Tupaka retires.
Ozzel's in the pits, and yeah, Tupaka's out as
I believe
well,
he crashed out because he's in turn 7, and let's see if we can see, is that Hoppy near him? No, it's not.
Yep, there he is. Yeah, it's the chicane, the fast chicane before the fast right-hander. Yeah, it looked like his car was okay though. Yeah, it looked like he just retired the car. So Ozzel's in the pits. Fortune Hunter's making a good comeback drive here. He's up to P8 on these medium tires, and he is nursing a little bit of front wing damage. Just a tiny bit, a little bit of front end plate scoring. But sometimes you find that, you know, front end plate, if you get minimal damage, sometimes it's okay. It's not so bad.
Something I'm excited to see is the fight right now between the top 3. They are still all pretty close, and I don't think,
isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to be having that big gap that we've seen in the past few races at the start. So it's going to be a close battle right now for the win. And hopefully Dump Truck can get past him. He's been looking at the behind of Grosjean for quite a bit now, but he doesn't seem to be able to catch up to him. Every time he's on the straight, he seems like Grosjean just keeps getting ahead and ahead. And looks like we have a little battle with the ghost of Ikuro 4. Okay, never mind then. I don't think we want to watch that. And looks like Crimsonian picks up the fastest lap here, but he's quite a bit off from No Frets. Yeah, it seems like Dump Truck, I don't know if he's just playing it safe for now because he doesn't want to make any moves yet. Or maybe he just can't, I don't know. Trying to look at ERS here, and Dump Truck has the most between these 3, so if he uses that to his advantage, he can catch up. And you can just see here, he's kind of taking it slow. Kind of slow exit. He's losing some time, but he should make it back up here a little bit. Fixed Apex pretty good. His teammate's not that far behind them either, only 2 seconds, and then No Frets is right behind them. Let's see if we can see any other battles here. Not really. We have Ozu who's catching up to the Ghost of Ikuro, but you'll have to get past him first before attacking Fortune Hunter here, and it looks like Dump Truck's finally starting to lose Grosjean a little bit as he's he has DRS now, but if he's not good enough, he will lose it on the next time they come to the straight finish.
We've got a battle for P8 here, Bruno, as well. Sector 3 also caught up with Fortune Hunter and putting him under a lot of pressure here, so I think he's going to get him on the start-finish straight with a DRS. As long as he can get a good run out of this final chicane, which he does appear to do. And you'll see here the complete overspeed you get if you have DRS. Fortune Hunter's kind of being a bit defensive there, but I think he knows his game is over before the corner. But he's still he's still fighting. He's running outside, but it's going to be hard to make that corner. And look how much. You just see how much speed he lost there just by going on the curb a little bit. And he gets passed again by Ikuro, the AI. So Fortune Hunter is struggling a little bit here on this track with the front wing damage. Also in P8 now, so he's got 12 seconds to make up the Hoopy ahead. So, I mean, it also does seem pretty fast, but he needs to just keep his nose clean here and get his head down. He should be able to pick up some decent points in his debut.
Dump truck's still not enough just to get past Grosjean. Grosjean's kind of catching up finally to Mozzie, but I don't know if he'll be enough to get DRS here. Let's see what Snowfret's doing here as he gets really close to JC.
He got very close there, but JC just got the better run out, but JC is under a lot of pressure here. No Frets looks pretty pacey on these medium tires. Oh, Legion free second time penalty. So I think that's the first one I've seen him come up so far. Shouldn't really pick up too many penalties on this track. It's not really that easy to pick up penalties here, but you can do it if you try hard enough. Ooh, and JC got it. Oh, he got a bit of a tank slapper on. His car wanted to go one way and he wanted to go the other, and had to battle with the car. So this allowed No Frets to further close up on him. And I think Dump Truck is right on the back of Gross Jeans right now.
Yep, it seems like that, but every time they come into the start-finish line, it seems like Grosjean just has a much better exit than him. And then he kind of loses a whole bunch of time here, and you can see he's kind of slowing down just a little bit, but finally maybe he might be able to catch up. I don't know, you see, look at that, Grosjean just speeds ahead.
Yeah, and I see Dump Truck's going up to overtake mode on the DRS with DRS open, but it's not going to be enough. He will catch up a good bit, but not a chance.
If he's gonna make the move, he has to make it like on a corner, because like it's just not working out for him on the straight. The DRS is not helping him. The ERS is not helping him. He has to figure out something if he wants to get second and maybe even think about getting first. Right now, that's.
Maybe he could be playing the long game. Maybe he's just, like you say, managing the ERS and taking care of his tires.
Yeah, for
letting
sure.
the guys ahead kind of do all the hard work.
I'm trying to get my thing set up so I can see exactly what everyone's wear is and stuff. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about the pause menu. I really hate that.
That's grand. There's not really any close. Oh, there is a close battle. It's Neon Rays is. Yeah, Neon Rays is past Fortune Hunter, so that's for P9. So Fortune Hunter's misfortune continues.
What the hell?
He's not found any fortune on this track today. Yeah, you can just see how much he has to lift off there for that fast right-hander. He had a very shallow line there, but yeah, he's got front wing damage, and that is continuing to affect his lap times massively here. So Neon Rays, yeah, so he had that qualifying ban. He's up to P9 at the minute, and I think he's keen to put on a good show today. Oh, and JC gets a bad run out of the penultimate corner there.
Yep, but it might allow No Frets to actually become a threat now to JC. Oh, when he goes onto the grass.
Yeah, JC is going to be under a lot of threat here. I think No Frets may well go down the inside, and he does. Got a yellow flag in sector 2, but yeah, No Frets is down the inside. JC getting a really good run into the corner, but it was tight there for a moment. No Frets is past for the meantime. JC trying to fight back. He's gone off track to do so, and just tucks in behind No Frets, unable to hold No Frets off any longer. Who else have we got here? JC. So JC's on the back of No Frets. These guys
Wait
are
a minute, what the fuck?
pretty evenly paced. And Dump 0.7 off Gross Jeans. So yeah, a few battles kind of, yeah, they're kind of teasing us here with this.
Ocean, do you have the stream set up? Oh, like on your other monitor?
Yeah.
What do you see on it?
Yeah, I see the tire mode down the bottom right.
No, like, do you see, like, what car are you watching?
On my screen, yeah.
Yeah.
Or the stream?
Stream.
On the stream at the minute, I see Williams.
Oh, okay. For mine's messed up because I was, I must have done something because I was watching quality. I'm like, what the hell? Did I press a button? Okay, my bad, guys. Oh my God. Okay, so if you look at Dump Truck's tire wear, he's at 57% on his front left. So I don't know if he's playing the long game here. And actually, with only 11 laps, 57 or 60% tire wear on his front left, that's going to be pretty dangerous for him. He's going to have to pit probably before Mozzie and Grosjean, for sure.
Yeah, I think maybe staying behind Grosjean then is really hurting him. And maybe the dirty errors.
Yeah, I mean,
not doing many favors with the tire wear. Who we got in the pits there? Hoopy is in the pits on the Mercedes. First one to pit, really.
If this thing updates, I can see what Grosjean is on. He's on 44% on his front left. So yeah, it looks like right now the advantage is going to Grosjean. And let's see what Mozzie Game has. The same 45. So something must happen with Dump Truck because he's at 60% on his front left. Everything else is around 50. So wow, I don't know what's going on with him. And Flesh Ripper has left the session. Looks like he did it in the pits, so that's good. Let's see, let's talk about other drivers here, and let's see what their tire wear is looking at. We can see Neon Rays with 9-lap-old mediums. He's also around 40%. Oh, he locks
the leader in the pits, Van. It's Bossy Gaming. Yep, he's...
Oh, I wonder why.
I think he's going for the undercut. I see Jensen and Chattis and Grosjean should really do the undercut, so Mossy beat him to the punch there.
Really interesting because his oh, it actually looks like the thing just updated. Mozzie was on 71%. What? Okay, apparently he was. Now we'll just have to see.
And Crimsonian, his teammate, is coming in the pits as well, so I think the pit crew should be ready for him. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they're pretty ready. Sometimes you do that, you come in after your teammate, and even if there is a bit of a gap, they're still not ready. They're just kind of standing around wondering what the hell's going on.
Yep, and here we can see JC is starting to attack No Frets. He's very close to him, but he's going to have to be careful and try not to crash both of them out. But he should get the move done on the straight here unless he spins, and he does not. So, oh, he's actually losing some time now on the straight. He's going to come into the apex now. His car is actually glitching. It's kind of annoying. And I think we should see well, Dump Truck and Grosjean also pit as they come to the pit lane, and Grosjean will. Well, Dump Truck will. Nope, Dump Truck stays out.
So yeah, Grosjean's in the pit. Oh, and he locked him massively there, just hitting the pit lane entry, and I didn't see any penalty flash up, so he must have got away with that by the skin of his teeth. Wonder where he is going to come out in relation to Mossy Gaming. Mossy Gaming is currently on the start-finish straight, just across the start-finish line, and I think he is going to get him. Yep, he does indeed. He's passed him already. It's tight though. It is very tight.
Basically, still on the move for No Frets at the moment. He's closing the gap, but he still hasn't made any move. That seems like he's trying to get past him. Oh, yeah, actually, he's gonna get past him now. Nope. Oh.
Yeah, that would have been a daredevil move if he pulled that one off.
On that turn, for sure.
So, showing a bit of experience here is JC. As he pulls out here, he's looking to go around the outside in this hairpin. It's going to be a hard one to pull off again.
Oof, it was off wide here. But, oh, when they tap again.
Ooh, yeah, a lot of contact there. It's a bit of a... Yeah, it's definitely
a lot of love taps right now.
Yeah. Yeah, no damage done for the meantime, but yeah, these guys are fighting hard, and I think these guys are going to peel into the pits. No, JC stays out, and No Frets goes into the pits, so Dump Truck as well staying out on 13-lap old mediums. Interesting stuff.
Yep. I guess, let's see, what's his tire wear out at, if this thing can update for me. I know he's not at 6%. He's still okay. He's on 70% on his front left, 66 on his front bottom left. Those things are gonna pop eventually. Like around the 75 mark is when it starts to get in the danger zone of maybe popping, and I wonder what will happen because if he doesn't pit this lap, then he might just have his tire pop on him, and Crimsonian picks up the fastest lap on the hards, 22.5, well done by him. And we're finally starting to see some pits from everyone else at the moment. Let's see. Neon Rays, he's attacking Hoopy for 8th. He should have the move done on the straight. Yes, he does. And that could be a pretty easy move. Now Hoopy will be on the offensive. He is on the fresher tires. And Neon might have to pit in a couple laps. Let's see. Yep, okay, dump truck's finally pitting. So I wonder if Mozzie Gaming will get past him. See what happens.
Yep, JC now in the lead of the race, but he has yet to pit. He is, I don't know what his tire wear is, but I'm sure they're nearing the end of their life. I was just watching Fortune Hunter there come out of the pits. He finally got his front wing changed. You'd be glad of that.
Oh shit, I think dump truck might be able to get past him here, maybe. Nope.
Yeah, but he split Mossy and Gross James, so he has made up a position there. He was running third, I believe.
Well, he's gotten past Grosjeans finally, you know. Who needs to be overtaken on track when you can do it in the pits?
Exactly, yeah.
That's well done by him at the moment. JC will definitely be coming in for a pit stop this lap. Let's see what his tire wear is at the end of his life here. Not updating quick enough. 62 and 78 on both lefts.
Not too bad, yeah. So he's been taking care of his tires, and we'll probably see him come in at this lap, I would imagine.
Ozil, he's found himself in the 6 ever since he's pitted lap 4.
Yeah, he's gonna have to pit again, isn't he?
Yeah, he will.
So if he started on mediums, I'm thinking.
JC just had an incident.
Did he?
So he spun himself on that left-hander.
Oh.
With that deadly curb. That if you just kiss it, you
yeah.
go right over it. You clobber it if you want to get over it.
Yep, he has 44% wing damage. He's definitely gonna have to get that changed, so that he's about to lose a bunch of time now. That's gonna suck for him. And let's see, actually, is he gonna switch his pit or where is he? He's switching his. Yep, he's switching his wing.
Yeah, that's going to cost him big time. He's already P5, and he'll probably lose another couple of positions before he gets out of the pits.
When we're seeing some yellow flags pop up here, it looks like, who is that? Limitrix? Yep, Limitrix has spun. It's lost a bit of her wing. There's just a lot of gaps right now, except in the top 3. Now I'm trying to find excuses to look at the other parts of the grid, but right now the top 3 seems to be the most interesting battle at the moment. It's super close, the closest battle we've ever had so far for the winner here.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to go down to the wire. A few guys here in contention for the win, and a few guys just outside of the podium positions looking pretty feisty as well. JC came out, he's like P7, so not too far off these guys. Still could be in with a chance of a podium. But at the minute, Mossy is controlling this race, and I'm very impressed with him. Obviously, Tier 2 driver last season and switched over to Tier 3 this season, but I think for Mossy and Crimsonium, this tier is ideal for them. They're making massive gains here and actually able to contend for the win in Tier 3, so good job to both of them. JC now is closing in on Crimsonium and start-finish rate.
Yep, I'm seeing that as well.
We've got a car off, it's Fortune Hunter. Yeah, just before the fast right-hander in Sector 2, I believe. So it's going from worst to worst, and he spins again, so his tires must be absolutely jelly right now. 130 I'm seeing on the steering wheel.
Yep, and for some reason the map, the new mini-map that Masters just added overnight has not updated the yellow flag thing, so I didn't actually see where that was, unfortunately. I was looking for it, too.
So fortune under P12, and it's going from worse to worse here. He might be best just going in and putting a set of mediums on or something, and just using this as a practice session.
And JC still on the attack for Crimsonium, kind of messes up, and into the long left-hander there, coming into the chicane. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought the game was glitched and showing him on mediums, but apparently JC swapped to the mediums again, which...
Yeah, and he's lining up Crimsonian here. I think he's going to get him, isn't he? Look, he's
Yeah.
got this massive overspeed with DRS and overtake mode activated. Yeah, so it's like stealing candy from a kid.
So, Ocean, do you think it's a good idea that for him to do double mediums? Because he has to swap. He's going to definitely swap the hard, or not hards, softs.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's kind of compromised, isn't he?
Well, I mean, his wing did break, so maybe he thought in his mind that, okay, since I'm going to take a whole bunch of time fixing my wing, maybe if I switch to the softs at the last couple laps, I can regain time there, or something like that. I don't know.
Possibly, yeah, but there's that bug as well, you know, where you pick a strategy and then whenever you're in the race for some reason it doesn't play out. They put you on a different tire, and I've seen that run a few races recently.
And his mediums are 2 lap old, and my infographics saying that it's on 23% already. So, oh no, okay, swapped. Okay, that was I believe that was Crimsonian. I was looking at him last. And actually, you know, something I just noticed, we don't have that many penalties right now, other than speeding in the pit lane. So, honestly, it's pretty well done by Tier 3. Not a lot of corner cutting incidents or collision incidents. So, honestly, I'm
check it out,
impressed.
P6 on P5, got JC about to line up. It's going to be another...
You have to watch out for Olso's lag here, but he will get the move done, I think. Yep.
And he sets a fast lap while doing it, so impressive stuff from JC as he's up to P5, and he's 7.7 behind P4 at the minute.
He's climbing his way back up the grid here, and Grosjean's also catching up to Dump Truck. Will he make the moves that Dump Truck didn't try to make at the moment? And it says the game is showing Dump Truck on mediums, but he is on hards. They'll be ending this race on hard. Spain is such a bad track. I mean, it's okay.
Yeah,
it's pretty boring
I mean,
sometimes.
A lot of drivers love it. I think they love it because it comes after Baku. You know, it's a bit easier to do. It's a bit more of a flowing track, but it is very technical, especially Sector 3. Especially, you know, trying to navigate your way through those slow, kind of twisty corners and the chicane at the end.
It's one of those tracks where it's like kind of fun to drive, but it's painful to watch sometimes because not a lot of action too often unless you're on the straights.
Oh, and JC overshot the final chicane just as we were talking about that there, and probably either lost a bit of time or he must have got a penalty. And there is a change up front. Gross Jeans is...
Ooh, and he's made a really big move now. He's also picking up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. The only penalty we have seen so far by a couple drivers. For sure.
So Dump Truck back down to P3 there. I'm not sure what happened there, but got a bit of a tangle on it in turn 1, turn 2, and Dump Truck came off the worst. As I caught up with him, he was like right on the curb, like more on the curb than on the track, and yeah, he just had to back out of that move.
I want to say, like, his tire wear is honestly not looking so good. He's already on 17% on his lefts, and then it's only 5 laps in. I mean, that kind of seems a little bit too much for this starting on the hards. Let's look at Grosjean and Multi, who are on 7 and 8 laps. They have 18%. So yeah, I don't know what Dump Truck is doing to get all this tire wear out super quickly. He might not even make it to the end of the race. I mean, he's gonna be limping there at this point. And oh, he kind of loses it, but he gets it back on the balance. But he's gonna lose a whole bunch of time now. Honestly, I don't know. Like, Dump Truck, he might be in threat of just losing a podium here if he's not careful enough of his tire wear, because No Frets is on 7 lap old hards in his tire wear. If this thing will ever update, this might be on 18% as well. Nope. Oh, it updated, but it's the 0. Okay. So that means No Fret doesn't have his telemetry on, so I won't be able to check exactly what tire percent he has, unfortunately. Let's see, is there anything interesting happening in the midfield? The only thing I could see interesting is somehow Icaro's Ghost is in 10th place. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just, didn't we have a Ghost happen last in Baku?
That's
Or
right,
China?
yeah. He was doing pretty well as well, yeah.
I mean, a lot of these ghosts are sometimes not to be messed around with.
Yeah, 70% AI. It's tough, man. It's tough.
The new tactic.
Yeah, I get points
Everyone
just by
just
leaving.
racing their ghosts.
We're seeing X Fuels on 17 lap olds hards. We don't know if he'll end with it. Some people in chat did say he will, but I want to see what its tire wear is looking at, if this one will update, or if he has his telemetry on, which I don't think he does. God damn it. Guys, please turn that
Very
on.
interesting situation here. So Lamentrix trying to unlap herself from X-Plux.
Yeah, and he's in P11, or P10 currently, I guess, if you get rid of P-Curl. For some reason it says B-Bix and Flush Drive are in the pits, like they're still in the game, just in the pits, and kind of weird. Let's see, Dump Truck is finally catching up to Grosjean here. 11 laps to go in Tier 3 Spain, and we still have a very close battle up front. Top 4, anything can happen, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's the calm before the storm, isn't it? We're going to be lulled in full sense of security here, but I think there potentially is fireworks ahead. We're going to find out what happens to the dump truck here. His tire wear is not great, but he's holding on to these guys at the moment. Maybe that's why he's in this dirty air again, isn't he?
Yep.
But yeah, I don't see anyone else making massive gains. I think X-Pulse is closing in on the AI car, so he may get P10 by the end of the race here. I think he will. He should do anyway.
Right now, I would say everyone in top 6 has their position kind of confirmed, because Ozil is 21 seconds behind Crimsonian. And I don't see that gap closing in unless someone has to pit. But, I don't know if they will. Probably not.
I'm
And
just
Dump
looking
Truck.
at the sorry, I'm just looking at the penalties. Mossy has 2 warnings, so he is close to getting a 3-second penalty, but Gross, Jeans, and Dump Truck have none.
Mozzie has to be really careful now for the next 10 laps. One corner cutting and it's over. You lost your race when he's done a really good job building the gap, but it's not a big enough gap to where he can afford taking a penalty.
Yeah, he definitely can't relax right now. He's under a lot of pressure, and this is where it really counts. You know, the mental game in F1 is quite strong. You need to be focused for all of the 33 laps. If you just have 1 lapse of concentration, that could be the end of your race potentially. And if you're out in the lead, which is a feeling that I'm very unfamiliar with, I'm sure there's a lot of pressure on you, and I'm sure your mind can start to wander, and yeah, that's when mistakes start to creep in. But he's doing a good job right now. He's built a gap up to 2.2, so he's kind of controlling this race at this time.
Yeah.
Dump truck.
Lamentrix
Dump truck.
unlapping herself.
Dump truck he's a bit closer to Gross Jeans here. He's DRS, but again too far back, and he didn't go. He was only up to 2 on his ERS, which would be medium. So he's happy enough to store his medium up or his ERS up.
Really close. Dump Trucks might be looking for a move. Next DRS straight. In Flush River, I'm really sorry to hear that. You can re-enter your car after leaving. That really does suck.
Yeah. So yeah, Lamentrix unlapping herself from X-Pulse in the Mercedes. And she's on the back of Akura, who's a lap ahead, so she's showing what could have been her pace. It's just a shame she got involved in the incidents in the early laps.
Did you say she?
Thanks, Ocean. I'm not falling for that.
Yeah, I think Elementrix, I've been kind of, a big supporter of her, but I think she just lacks confidence. And I think I was like that in my first kind of league races where you get overwhelmed. You think, all these fast people, I'll just move out of the way.
Yeah.
But really, you don't need to. You just need to focus on your own race. Like, you know, it's when you start acting like that, slowing down. That's when it's happening. You're better just, you know, just keeping your head down and, you know, just plowing ahead and let
Oh,
the fast
and
guys overtake. Yeah, see this here is dump truck on Gross Jeans. He almost got that move done there, but Gross Jeans is holding a nice line through there, keeping his
Mazzi
car as
will
wide
want
as
them to
possible.
battle for sure, because the more battling they do, the more slowing down they'll also do.
Yeah, it's
Exactly, yeah.
interesting if these two are going to try and help each other out with DRS to get closer to Mozzie. I don't know.
I mean, they have to worry about each other right now.
Yeah.
And you can see the gap is starting to kind of build now for Mozzie. Almost 2 seconds up now. And, oh, dump truck being a little bit ambitious. Yeah, nope, goes wide. Plays it safe.
Yeah, he got a really good run out of the previous corner, and I think he he didn't know what to do with that overspeed there. He was thinking about it, wasn't he? Chromsonium as well on JC, he's caught up massively, 0.3.
That's the second time in the race he's tried to make a dive down into that.
Oh, and JC his spun. He hits the wall.
Oh, big
Wow.
impact there. Front wing damage. Yeah, a lot of it.
Let's see what
And,
percentage is. He already had 6%. So
well, he's got a lot more percent now, right?
oh, it's 100% on his right. Yeah, it's gone.
You can really see dump truck's tyre wear coming into effect here because he's sliding around the chicane, getting on the gravel on the exit.
Ocean, you know what really sucks for JC is that he pitted for another pair of mediums, which means he can't even go on the softs. I think there won't be enough laps for it. Oh no, that's gonna suck.
Oh, and
really
he crashes in the pits as well.
Oh my god, JC is just, I mean, that's what happens sometimes, you know, you lose that little bit of concentration, you hit the wall, and it's like starts with the little domino effect where you start making a whole bunch of mistakes. And Mozzie Gaming's finally now, he's almost up 3 seconds now to Grosjean. So the gap is starting to build here as Dump Truck and Grosjean keep battling for a second.
Yeah, a new boy Ozil is up to P6 with JC pitting. And we've also got Legion in the pit as well. He's on 21 lap old hards, now on the softs. So we're going to see these two guys just be like whippets in this race. They're gonna gain a lot of time, but they're quite far back from P7, P8.
It looks like only 6 seconds, so I mean with the softs he definitely will make up the time for a bit. Will it last all the way to the end though? Let's find out.
It's going to be an interesting situation coming up here because Mozzie's coming up to the two rebels ahead that he's lapping. Lamentrix is on around about fresh 9 lap old mediums, and obviously Mozzie on the 15 lap old hards. So Lamentrix is lapping quicker than Mozzie at the moment, so it'd be interesting to see if this is going to put Mozzie off and maybe the two final podium position drivers can catch up. And I've silenced the commentators.
Oh no, I'm just I'm looking at other drivers right now, just trying to catch any information I can from the infographic here.
Yeah, the gaps are quite large. The biggest battle here is P3 on P2.
Oh, Mozzie gets the warning.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
But he is 3 seconds up.
Gap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
he's got 3 seconds.
And interesting, it's DRS of this AI car as well. That'll help him a little bit. But yeah, I wonder if this is, like you say, the start of the domino effect for Mozzie.
Yeah,
I mean, he knows. He definitely knows now. He's built in the gap a little bit, like he's extended it. So he'll maybe just be like, okay, I'm safe. You know, as long as I keep everything I've been doing up, I should be okay. Because I don't think Grosjean will be fast enough to actually increase or close in the gap, because it seems like all this battling with Dump Truck is the thing causing it. So the more battling they do, the more time lost for him. And Sector C yellow flag looks like one of the Mercedes has gone off. Actually, it's Ozil and a Mercedes, because they're both stopping on track here.
Sorry, Dump Truck round the outside of turn 1 on Grosjean.
And now they're fighting again.
On that curb, he had some problems earlier. He's going to squeeze him out in the safety car.
Oh, yep, it's definitely.
Safety car. Oh my
it's
God.
definitely because of what happened with Ozil and Hoopy. And looks,
what happened there?
Interesting.
I couldn't catch it all, but it looks like Hoopy must have spun out.
Going to be brilliant for JC, who's on very fresh softs, and now he's going to be right on the back of the top 6. So he may be able to get back into the top 5 here after this race.
Old Mozzie pit. He in Sector 2 right now, but Let's find
Yeah,
out
so
what
he's
happens
pitting.
here. And what's gonna? Oh my
Oh,
God! What's gonna be really unfortunate for Mozzie is he just picked up that penalty, which means the gap now is super close.
Yeah.
And looks like Limitrix just picks up a
Lament-
drive-through penalty. Oh no!
Oh dear.
You can
Yeah,
see.
so not many people are pitting here. I've seen Neon Rays come in, but most of the top guys, yeah.
Well, I think
don't
they're
know.
gonna get. They
Yeah,
were
JC
in
is
sector
sitting
1 when it
very
happened or
pretty
something.
here.
Let's have to wait.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So there's
So,
a safety car on the right.
Just
waiting.
to recap here, what caused safety car? Well, I believe what caused it was Hoopy spun out in the sector 2 DRS, and then not Hoopy, Ozo came and must have also spun out, and he hit the wall. I don't know exactly what caused it, because Hoopy was kind of like just standing there. I guess he was waiting for other cars to pass or something, but that's what I believe happened. Couldn't get the best angle there. And Kratonian picks up now a 3-second time penalty.
Under the safety car?
Yeah.
Oh, in the pits. Oh yeah, okay.
And he's gonna be pitting.
Mozzie
He's going to be the
coming up
only
to the safety
person
car now.
pitting.
This
Let's
is
see what's
super
first.
interesting, yeah, because these top 4 guys are now going to be under serious attack. And
Yeah.
Krantonian goes for the mediums when there's only 4 laps
And now
left.
the ghost
what's that
is
about?
up to P9.
Why wouldn't he put on softs? Maybe he doesn't have softs.
He should,
Or
because you
self-available?
get like at least 3.
Yeah, that's a bit of a weird call there, but we'll see how that plays out. He's currently P5.
I
But he'll be
mean,
under a massive attack. You got JC, Neon, and Legion all on soft tires. Neon is the freshest one out there. He's got 0 laps apparently on this soft tire.
looking at tire wear, Mozzie on 63 on his front left, 60 or 56 on bottom left. And Jensen saying, yeah, I don't think you would honestly pit with only 4 laps left. I mean, the only problem for Mozzie is the fact that his gap that he built is now gone. And that's going to
Yeah,
hurt him for sure.
like, there's lots of lap cars trapped in this train now, so I don't know whether it's going to be a situation where they let the lap cars go.
No, I think you just stay behind the lap car until it starts.
No. But this is just saying for Dump Truck, if he wants to get this win, Mozzie does have an advantage, because Dump Truck's going to have to get past the Ghost ahead.
I mean, will he though? Because he's only 1 second, and he already has that penalty. Oh, actually, I just realized something. Does Dump Truck also have a penalty? No,
I don't
okay.
think so, no.
That was just the glitch on the infographic. God damn it. I saw the number. I'm like, oh shit. I mean, honestly, when will the safety car go in? Because there's only 3 laps, and we don't even
Usually-
have all the cars here.
Yeah, what I found is once all the cars catch up with the safety
Yeah.
car, then so probably looking at another lap. I'd say.
X-Plux.
X-Pool
X
just
plus
taken 10 seconds
5
worth of
seconds.
penalties. He already got, yeah, he got one earlier in the lap too, so I mean, and he's in 10th, so
Get
that's
that
gonna
as a
suck
safety
even more.
car?
He's actually gonna keep that
Get
10th
as a
though.
safety-
He'll keep it.
Yeah, I think he did get on the safety car. I think he must have just cut a lot of track in sector 3 to get that.
Yeah.
So Grosjean, he has to worry about no frets now once the race restarts. He's gonna have to worry about trying to gain 2nd position. Is this now okay? Where it looks like we're gonna have a booming end to Spain Grand Prix.
Yes, exactly. We calm before the storm, and it's about to all kick off. We've got 3 laps remaining. I don't think the safety car is going to come in this lap, but we'll see.
And I kind of
think
wish,
Sorry, go ahead, Ben.
I kind of wish I could just spectate the safety car and not the cars around. Give me a better angle, you know.
Yeah, well, maybe Lee Mathers is watching this stream
Yeah.
and can take note. Probably not. But yeah, safety car
Safety
is
car.
in this lap.
Yeah.
It is going to be in this lap.
So I'm going to keep an eye on JC, because I know he's going to be
Must-
coming right through the field.
Yeah, and Mossy Gaming is backing the field up here. He's in control of this. He will want to get the best possible getaway here, so I'm riding on board with him at the minute just to see when he floors it.
Yeah, is it
Oh,
coming in
very,
this lap?
very slow.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. Okay, and here we go again. The race will restart once it's a green flag.
Well, there's a bit of drama at the back here.
Oh yeah, it looks like
Fortune Hunter trying to let the P5 and P6 through, but we're underway, so...
and Kenzonian picks up a 5-second penalty for a collision with JC. Wonder what happened there. I can't really catch anything.
Oh, no threats there. Trying to go around the outside of Grosjean. That's not going to work. He's taken the Grosjean line on turn 1. Going to go wide.
Was Neon Rays caught up in that? Because he has fallen back a lot. Oh, and Neon Rays has clipped Legion, who's now swinging all over the track. He didn't hit anything.
Ah! Sorry,
Oh,
Neon
Leon.
Rays on the inside of JC.
Yep,
On the
he's
inside
spun
of
now
JC.
too.
Yeah, these
Didn't know
soft runners
Thimo was in
are
the
they're like missiles at the minute.
Yep, and JC, he's catching up to the back markers at the moment. They're gonna let him pass through. Gonna have some work to do if he wants to get catch up to Gonzonium. And let's see, looks like Mozzie at the moment he's gonna be losing that first position in the next 2 laps here. And their tires are super worn out too, so I wonder if any mistakes will happen. Because they're reaching the 70% mark on their left tires.
Yeah, we've got 2 laps left, and
Have
this
never
soft
seen,
Range is off.
more
JC's
yellow flags.
Oh, X-Pole's about to go off. Yep, he's off the track and into the wall.
Oof. Never safety car.
Maybe, yeah,
Finish. I've never seen the game finish on the safety car, the race actually.
Crimsonian picks up the fastest lap, 21.1 on mediums. He's going to get that extra point. Unless one of the soft runners steal it away from him. And X-Pole retires.
X-Pole does indeed retire, so Fortune Hunter up to P11. I wonder if we can get that coveted P10 position. It's going to be hard to do. Well, actually, he will, if you think about it. E-Curl is not going to get a point. He's not going to be classed in the standings, so...
And the real
Fortune
battle
Hunter-
here... Oh, shit. Ozzy, he's finally losing a whole bunch of time now to Dump Truck. Will Dump Truck go for a move, or will he just stay behind him knowing that he'll get first place anyway, or will he want to go out in style and get past him enough and overtake? Also, No Threat's catching up to Grosjean at the moment to grab that podium if possible. But it doesn't look like Grosjean will make any move now for a win here in Spain.
Yeah, Legion as well had a wee off-track moment there. He's nursing that front wing damage from the safety car restart, so he looks okay for P8, but he will come under pressure if he doesn't keep it on track. But yeah, there is a bit of a trend forming here, isn't there? You've got Crimsonian on the back of No Frets, and it looks like he's lining them up for a pass and start-finish straight. Both of these cars will have DRS though, so I don't know
The
if
RNS is
Crimsonian will-
available for 1 lap now, so...
Oh, you're right. So Slipstream is all he's got, and he's in high ERS mode behind No Frets here. Yeah, he doesn't have enough to do it there. I think, yeah, if there's no DRS, this is it, the final lap. If anyone wants to get a move done, it has to be now.
It's now or never, and that can cause a lot of incidents if everyone's not careful here.
So at
Crimsonian
the
does
minute-
have a 3-second time penalty, so maybe him getting past No Frets will not be worth it. At all.
Yeah, and Dump Truck is effectively the leader of this race when you take into account the time penalties, but Mossy wants to win this one on track. I think he
and
might just
Dump
do
Truck,
that.
he kind of went off track there, and now
Yeah,
he's
he
going to be
went
losing a
really
whole bunch of
wide.
time.
Yeah, he did it. He did good to save that one, yeah.
That could have been his race over and done there, but looks like...
Oh, and there's contact. Sorry, Crimsonian on No Frets. Bit of a love tap there. No
But they
love
gotta be
lost, but
careful
no
here.
damage. Ooh. Yeah, they're fighting hard for this podium, but I think Gross James is going to do it.
And here we come, final
think
corner.
Oh, yep. Mossy's going to go down to P3. Oh, and look, No Frets gets passed by Crimsonium on the final lap.
Oh, and Grosjean picks up the 2nd place, and there you go. Dump Truck wins the Spanish Grand Prix for Tier 3. Grosjean in 2nd, Mozzie in 3rd, No Frets 4th, JC into 5th, Neon 6th, Crimsonian 7th. We have Legion who will be finishing in 8th. Hopi 9th, the Ghost of E-Curl in 10th, who will probably be... Oh, and Fortune Hunter will probably steal that position from it. And then we have Limitrix, who's going to be in 12th. One of the last few to come past the line, and there we go. The race is done. I mean, one end. We did have a safety car. Very interesting.
Yeah, it really mixed things up for us there, and give us a bit of a chaotic finish to Tier 3 race in Spain. But what a finish from the guys there. It was great.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and recap the incidents tab real quick.
I'm going to leave and see if anyone's ready for interviews once we've wrapped it up.
Okay, cheers, Joe.
Let's get the incident room up and running. Let's go ahead and walk over there. Oh, this is the wrong logo. Don't worry about it, guys. There we go.
You saw nothing.
Yep, you saw nothing. And is it up and running on stream?
Yeah, so I think the biggest story out of that was that Fortune Hunter picks up P10.
Yeah. I
Which
mean,
is obvious driver of the day contention right there.
no one is in the lounge right now. Does anyone want any interviews? I mean,
Yeah,
we'd have
let's
some
get the
interesting.
Fortune Hunter. Yeah, I'm gonna say to him, come on over and gloat. So there you have it. Dump truck takes the win in the end. He was P2 on track, but yeah, Mossy got that time penalty, and I'm sure he's kicking himself right now. So I think
Tier 3 general. Let's see if anyone wants an interview.
yeah, I think Fortune Hunter is going to come in. Fortune Hunter is actually called the Spanish Inquisition right now.
Yeah, it's
'cause
your nickname from.
no one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Yep, and oops, find Discord. Yeah, no one wants any interviews. I mean, come on, guys. Mozzie, Grimzonian, I know you guys like to come in. And wow, my stream is just so behind.
Pooping, wiping.
Yeah, I seen Crimsonium. He's posted a wee picture there. I'll actually bring him in. He's in chat right now. Yeah.
So I'm gonna want to bring Mozzie in.
Yep.
Oh no.
He's in. Yeah, he's in. Hi, Mossy. How's it going? Actually, Mossy, I'm gonna bring you in with your teammate, Crimsonium. Hello to the Alpha boys. How's it going?
Hey.
Hey.
All good. Well, here, who was that on the final? I think it was Mossy on the final corner. He just zipped past no threats there like a rocket.
Oh no, it was me actually. I think.
Oh right, okay. Yeah, so like it was a bit of a chaotic race, but yeah, congrats, Mossy. You did well. I mean, obviously the 3-second time penalty cost you the win, but overall, what a good race from you, man. It was pretty dominant.
Thanks, but yeah, could be better.
Hey, podium man. You know, you live and learn, and yeah, it's a lot of points for Alpha. Crimsonia as well. You did pretty well in Tier 3. How did you find this race?
Who want to start here, was he? I don't know.
Can you speak up a bit?
I don't know. How I found the race. So firstly I got a bad start so far. I think didn't get away well, and yeah, well, I think in lap 1 or 2 or something, I just dive bombed someone and spun around. I think it was Ozil or how it's called. I don't know, but was fine so far. And then there was another turn 2 incident, like I got a few seasons before in tier 2, and in turn 2 it's easily you got on the curb and you spun around. So that's why the main time it costs me. But I'm fine so far. I got up, overtake someone in last corner, so don't know.
Yeah, I was on board with no frets whenever I saw that. I just saw you zipping past him. It's quite the overtake, that one.
I don't know. The safety car came out. It was a little bit late, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
Earlier, please. Thank you. But yeah, took my opportunity. Unfortunately, due to safety car, I got a heavy collision with JC. I don't know if I find some video material to report that, because I don't know. I don't know if that's sure. I don't know. Yeah, and I got somehow 3 seconds because I cut a corner, but I didn't cut a corner. Maybe I find video material to that incident also, but I don't know because I can't stream. Ocean, you told me you watch my streams sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but my PC got so bad. I really, but a new one is coming this weekend, so I can
Oh,
stream.
happy days. Happy days. So you'll be back online streaming again.
Yeah, well,
Good
you're
stuff,
welcome.
man. I could do a bit of comedy in my life.
Honestly, is there any initial thoughts about that safety car?
Ah, damn safety car.
Was
That's-
late.
Yeah.
It really was. I mean, you only had
I
like
mean, I drove 3 seconds out of hell. Yeah.
yeah.
I think it was 3.6 the gap.
You built
Then
that
the
gap.
safety car
and
came out.
It's just so unlucky, man. I mean, you were leading pretty much the whole race. I think you didn't get overtaken once, and then bam, that happens.
Yeah.
I was really starting to wondering when he got P1 in qualifying on the mediums, and I barely running, 7/10 slower than him. Yeah.
Yeah. But let's look forward
I hate
to
Spain.
Monaco.
Oh god, wait, it's Monaco. I think actually we're skipping that track and going straight to
What?
we're going straight to Canada. Yep, next week we're going to Canada.
Come on, why?
Maybe we should do a special edition, fun Monaco midweek race for Tier 3 or something. Just
Oh
full
my, with this new
damage,
patch,
full
I don't know, the safety car might be coming out very often.
Oh, come on, if everyone wants to see that, maybe we'll fit it in somewhere somehow. Yeah, but I mean, Mossy and Crimson, thanks for joining us on the chat. We appreciate you put on a pretty good race today. It didn't go your way, Mossy, in the end, but yeah, I mean, it's something to build on anyway. And I think, yeah, Tier 3, you're continuing to put on some good performances. So maybe that race win is on the horizon for both of you. So yeah, thanks again for joining us on chat. Look forward to seeing you again on track next week. We'll speak to you then, okay?
Yeah, thanks.
Yep.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, I think I'm gonna bring in. I've said I'm bringing dump truck.
Oh,
No
whoa,
threats.
whoa.
Same time after Fortune Hunter.
Yes, exactly. The man of the moment. Fortune Hunter, aka the Spanish Inquisition, aka Romaine Lettuce. The man of the moment, P10. What does it feel like right now to be like godlike status?
Just getting points feels pretty good, Like, I did not expect to get any points coming into Tier 3, so having 3 consecutive races getting a point feels pretty good,
Yeah, you're in the big boy league now, man. This is it. Yeah, you've set the bar high, so you have to like now improve on it. I think to be fair, you had a bit of a stink race, really. I think you have the pace to do, to finish quite well in Tier 3. But I think consistency is just something you need to kind of
Yeah.
nail down. I was riding with you when you were on the hard tire, and I saw you had a bit of a moment coming out of the pits.
Yeah,
And
coming out
then
of the pits on the hards, they were really, they had no grip. I was like, oh my god.
I thought you were going to die at that. Like, I think it was turn 2, 3. You had the death wiggle on,
Yeah, when I turned the steering the other way and it wasn't going, I was like, oh boy, this isn't good. I thought it was going to be lap 1 all over again real quick.
Yeah, but as I always say to everybody, like, sometimes people have a bit of a moment or whatever, or they're not having the greatest race and they just go, oh, I'll just retire or crash out or whatever. But you should always just keep going, you never know what's going to happen. Could be a safety car. There could be
Exactly.
only 4 people finish, like Baku kind of. That's what I
Exactly.
always hope for.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think I've said a few people, but I think you're making massive improvements, and it's onwards and upwards. So I expect you to improve over the course of the season, and hopefully see you in Tier 2 at some point in the future, man.
Yeah, hopefully better Tier 1 maybe one day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and in the meantime, just give up your job so you can practice more. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
step
I
1.
need I need a practice buddy.
Yeah, same.
It's like
Yeah.
you know the way they say steel sharpens steel. Well, if it's me and you, it'll be I don't know what's like the opposite
Rock
of
sharpen
steel.
rock.
Yeah.
It'll be apes together strong. That's what it'll be.
Yeah, we'll show them. Okay.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, you did well. P10, obviously that guy, I think it was P8 or P9, he doesn't get classified, so you'll take the P10 position. That'll be another point to add to your collection.
Yeah, boy.
So
3 in a row.
this is it, man. This is it. This is a big time. And yeah, I'm gonna let you go so you can start grinding the next track, which is Canada, I believe.
My home and native land.
Hey, yep, I expect to win then. Okay.
Yep,
Nothing
gotcha.
short of that. And yeah.
Yeah,
y-
as soon as I leave, I'm changing my nickname to what it's going to be for the rest of the season. It's the Canadian.
Okay, I'm interested to see what that is.
You
I
won't
will
get it, but it'll be great for
I
anybody.
will miss the Spanish Inquisition.
He'll
I will
return.
miss that. Yeah. You return next season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I'll move you back in, Gentleman's Lounge. Thanks again for joining us on stream and good job on the point. So who next? Dump truck. We say we're gonna take it on, yeah.
Yeah, let's bring in, I guess, the race winner.
Race, and he never made one mistake.
Hey, dump truck, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
So, congrats on your win.
Thanks. Yeah, it was pretty unexpected. I didn't know Mazda had that time penalty at the end.
Oh, you didn't know, no?
Yeah,
No, I had no
really
idea.
screwed
So,
over that safety car bit.
I was pushing so hard those last 2 laps to try and catch them, but my tires were so old and I couldn't do it. And I crossed the line and I saw it was P1 and I was pretty excited.
So it's complete surprise to you until you crossed the line, then you saw P1.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had no idea he had a time
Happy
penalty at
days,
all.
man. Happy days.
Yeah, that was unexpected, but I'll take it.
You know
Yeah.
why your tires were so like worn compared to everyone else? Because as we were racing, I noticed that you were on like 70%. Meanwhile, Grosjean and Mazda were only like on 50 or 40.
I think my setup was pretty bad. I didn't have I was behind Grosjean's there for so long and I could never catch them on the straights and I felt slow in the corners and it must have been something in the setup. But yeah, those last few laps coming out of especially the S's at the end there, it was so much oversteer and wheel spin.
Yeah, and then you have the whole safety car you have to worry about once they came out.
I was actually pretty glad they came out because I knew my tires were pretty worn, so any few laps I didn't have to push on them was pretty happy.
Were you not tempted though at that time to be like, I could put softs on here and like just put the hammer down?
I definitely thought about it, but I figured I didn't know how long the safety car was going to last, and I'd rather just take the track position. I was in P2 at the time, and I'd rather just take the track position and go to the end there.
Yeah, well, obviously you made the right choice because you won the race, and I don't know about driver of the day. I don't know if I'm really discussing, but I mean, you're definitely in contention, I would say.
Yeah, if it was me, I'd give it to Grosjean's there. I put him under pressure the whole entire race. I was within a second of him the whole race, and he never made a mistake.
Yeah, we saw you trying to get past him a few times, and then it wasn't happening.
No, he was that start finish line. He was so fast, and I could never get past him.
Okay, well the next track is Canada. So how are you feeling about that one?
Definitely better. I am not a huge fan of Spain, I have to say, but Canada, I definitely like Canada.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, looking forward to that. I think it's we're just in there. Fortune Hunter. It's his home race, and I think we'll have a couple of Canadians in SLR. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. It's always an interesting track, especially that final chicane.
Yeah.
It really kind of it's like crucial to your lap time. If you can navigate the final chicane, okay.
It's super easy to pick up time penalties there too.
Yeah, and you've got that wall of champions just like kind of taunting you every lap.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Dump Truck, thanks very much for joining us on comms. Very enjoyed that race win from you, so I'm sure you'll enjoy watching that one back.
Congratulations,
we'll
man.
Catch you again next week, okay? Last but not least is
No fret.
No fret. no
Hello?
threat by name,
Hi.
but you were a big threat in this race to a number of people.
For sure, you
Uh,
seemed like to be like a little bit of an underdog for a bit when you were sitting in fourth, kind of by yourself, and then you kind of caught up eventually. Or I think it was
Yeah,
like fifth.
I think they were battling, weren't they? Which helped me.
Yeah, and obviously the safety car came out. We're kind of like a bit nervous. I thought there might be 5 safety cars in this race. You know, with this new patch out, we're all kind of a bit nervous. So I think a lot of people watching it as well were expecting safety car, but it didn't come out until the end of the race. And what was your thoughts of the safety car come out? You know, regards to strategy.
I wasn't liking it, to be fair. Because, yeah, I didn't want a safety car at that point at all.
Yeah, because you lose like all the work you've been doing building gaps and stuff.
Well, I had a quite nice gap to fifth, and I was slightly gaining on third because they were battling at the stage, and then yeah, that was it essentially, all over.
Yeah, and the last lap there, they had a guy rocket and passing. Was it Crimsonium?
Yeah, I just asked him about that. He didn't even know what he was doing, so
He was like a rocket. I don't know where he got that speed from, but yeah, he just came out of nowhere like a bat out of hell. But yeah, not a bad race for me, mate. Looking forward to seeing you what you can do in Canada. It's up next. Um, should be another interesting one. How are you feeling about that track?
I like the track. Yeah, it's a good track. I think the cuts will catch quite a lot of people out there.
Yeah. Well, I think overall, I don't know about you, Van, but I'm really impressed with the driving in Tier 3. We kind of
Yeah,
had to, we kind of joked about it being the Thunderdome because with Tier 2 and Tier 1, we have a really heavy vetting process where you have to gain reserve status and then you can race, but in this one, we basically was like, what's your name? All right, you're in. And it kind of worked out. It's all right. There's been a few incidents here and there, but I mean, compared to some of the other tiers, it's not done so bad. In fact, I think you guys were a lot cleaner than tier 2 for the past few weeks. So yeah, you're kind of showing maybe tier 3 is a new tier 2. We'll see about that. Yeah. So yeah, I'll move you back into the gentleman's lounge. Thanks very much for joining us on the stream there.
Oh, thanks.
Appreciate it muchly, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Okay, man. There we go, fun. I think that wraps it up for now. A driver of the day, though. What do you reckon?
Honestly, I want to give it to Mozzie. I mean, I feel like even if he didn't get the win, he did drive a really amazing race. I mean, he stayed pretty much in front the whole race. Yeah, he did grab that penalty, but I mean, honestly, without the safety car, he would have won for sure. And I just feel like he was very consistent. He built the gap up eventually at the end, and I feel like he deserves it. But who do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I was tempted to go with Gross Jeans there, as Dump Truck was saying. He did a marvelous job of keeping in front and keeping it tidy, no mistakes from him. But yeah, Mossy Gaming, like tier 2, I don't know, like, he was one of those drivers that, kind of got caught up in incidents and struggled to get points. And in this series, he's just kind of like, it seems like it's the right tier for him, and he's
Yeah.
really doing well. He's really excelled himself. So yeah, I'll go with that. Driver of the day for Mossy Gaming. So if you're out there listening, congrats, my man.
Yeah. So I think that's gonna wrap up the stream. Tomorrow you guys will see tier 2 in Spain, and then on Saturday SLR tier 1, and also 2 SLR will also, I believe, race on Saturday, if I'm correct.
Yeah, and I will be commentating with Bailey tomorrow. Bants won't be there, but I'm very much looking forward to seeing you on track, Van. See what you've got in store for us. What do you reckon? Another P10 maybe?
No, I'm going for top 5 this time.
Hey,
I'm ready.
you heard it here. You heard it here first. So I'll quote you on that on stream. Okay, so you best get grinding. But yeah, just a quick one. VRL. We're actually going to stream VRL race straight after we're done here with the tier 3 race. So that'll be in about 5 or 10 minutes time. Okay.
Yep. And I'm just gonna end the stream now. So hopefully everyone watching has a good day or night. So yeah. Goodbye.
Ciao.